of this people are used to feeding these little antelope. Expecting for something. I don't know if you can hear me above the bus noise, and it's Gold Reef City. Stop 30. I don't know if you can hear me, but it's a 2-hour trip. I won't get off stops today. If I can get up early and do it tomorrow, I can do the Transport Museum and S8 breweries, which I've never done before. Gold Reef City. Leaving Gold Reef City on our way to the Apartheid Museum. I'll have to give you the commentary through the earpiece. Okay, leaving Gold Reef City. I need to shout above the noise of the bus on the way to the Apartheid Museum. It seems different whether it is over there, but it seems different. Last time I came with Peter, I think we must have parked here and walked across to the museum. Oh, so this is obviously those that's been to the Apartheid Museum. So we got the mini bus over there the last time, I'm sure. Oh, the big bus. The outside of the Apartheid Museum. I don't know what the wind noise will be like on this. I covered up one of the microphones. That's 2 uncovered. 1 covered microphone for the sound, and now I'll cover up the second one to check for wind noise and sound. I can always delete it after using it. This is Joburg skyline in the distance. Terrible rotation for a town. No reliable water. Far from a port, and it's a very high altitude, 1700 metres above sea level. Has one of the best climates in the world, but water's got to be shipped in from Lesotho. Soccer City in the distance. Not that far away actually. Calabash in the distance. Soccer City. The remains of several mine dumps there. mining companies have started reclaiming these mine dumps for the small amounts of gold inside. They're a health hazard because the dust gets into the water table. China City there is on the left. Shops and stores selling just about anything as long as it's made in China. Those Chinese mine shaft gears on both sides of the highway. Can't see any there. And I can't see any there. There's China mark. Last time I done this was with Peter on a Sunday. It was rather quiet. Look at the traffic now. Trees planted in Johannesburg, which makes it the biggest man-made forest in the world. It's the biggest city not situated near a river due to the discovery of gold. That's the only reason it's here. So this tour operates in 100 cities throughout the world, so it's not a South African owned. So I can use my ticket for specials around the world. I get 10% off in Glasgow. Rafferty City bus terminal transport things. See, I was on the bus with a Greek couple and an Alaskan couple, and they spent 10-12 days, both couples, in Cape Town, and about 10 days in the Kruger, or round about the Kruger. Cape Town was good. They spent a couple of days in Johannesburg, but it's not exactly a tourist city. These are the taxi system, terminuses, taxi ranks. This is the public transport in South Africa. The yellow monster truck on the left, 6 meters high, 125 ton. For modern open cast mining. You won't see many white faces. Magistrates Court. Behind it is Chancellor's House, where Nelson Mandela and Tambo had their offices as lawyers in the 1950s. Street selling fruit, street seller, vendor selling fruit. Heading towards Newtown. building there. Chaos. Chaos. Quaint old shop selling everything. Absolute chaos. Miriam Makeba, famous South African singer. Well, they used to come here years ago, 20 plus, Market Theatre. South African breweries, world of beer. Somebody's getting off. Small brewery, South African, world of beer. Just here for the tourists now. Market Theatre. This is Newton. Flats to let. Railway station in Johannesburg. It's known as Brickfield, this housing scheme. No cladding on the multi. This is the Nelson Mandela Bridge. Wasn't built to span a river. Crosses over a railway shunting yard. Oh, there's a whitey. Going for a braai. Crossing the Nelson Mandela Bridge. Tomorrow, if I'm doing the bus tour, which I will, I'll sit on the right hand side of the bus. I would like to walk here after dark. I would like to walk here daylight. Maripeng, cradle of mankind. Must be on the edge of Joburg now. I mean the edge of Hillbrow. Happy tourist. She doesn't look that happy right now. It's University, the guy's saying on the left. And there's Hillbrow Tower in the distance on the left. Which means we don't go into Hillbrow, it's not safe. Don't go into Hillbrow, there's Vince. 29,000 students at Wits. As you can see, it's winter and not many shots about and a lot of jackets. Rafferty bus stop according to the tour guide. It's getting a bit windy and chilly, and here we go, this must be a happy tourist.
And there's still plenty more to come. Entire city blocks are now being redeveloped. Best of all, the people in charge say that they are more interested in finding the right tenants rather than just filling space. It's an exciting time to be in Braamfontein. Proof that Braamfontein is more than just a pretty face. COSATU, the Congress of South African Trade Unions, is a powerful role player and key ally of the African National Congress. This building is the concrete manifestation of the hopes, dreams and passions of the working force of South Africa. The huge monolithic structure rising up in front of you is the Civic Centre, administrative headquarters of the city of Johannesburg. This building was built in the brutalist style, a dominant architectural idiom for official government buildings erected during the apartheid era, Africa's most bankable exports, a Hollywood star and Oscar winner. We are now coming up to the Constitution Hill complex. This is an amazing place to explore. It includes 3 separate apartheid-era prisons, as well as the Constitutional Court, the highest court in the land. It's another one of Joburg's breathtaking combinations of the tragic and triumphant. A powerful mix of horrific prison environments with the awesome artistic beauty of the court building. To fully experience Con Hill, we recommend taking one of the guided tours. Please see your brochure for details. Jail, which was a fearsome institution that held female criminals like the infamous serial killer Daisy DeMalka. Hundreds of prominent political activists were imprisoned here for their opposition to apartheid. Directly ahead, you can see the Hillbrow skyline, most clearly identified by the iconic Hillbrow Tower. For more than 50 years, Hillbrow has been the first port of call for many new arrivals to Jozi. Today, Hillbrow is home to people from across the African continent, and the streets are jam-packed with shops and bars that cater to the cosmopolitan mixture of people living in the rooms above. It can be a bit overwhelming for visitors, so don't go to Hillbrow without an experienced guide. The building on your right is the Constitutional Court, a stunning architectural achievement that also includes an art gallery and a library. Inside the main chamber, 11 judges preside over matters relating to South Africa's constitution, which is the supreme law of the land. Also on our right, in one of the 4 prison stairwells, sits the bowl with the always burning flame, the flame of democracy. In 2011, then Deputy President Kgalema Motlanthe lit the flame to mark the 15th anniversary of the Constitutional Court, saying, "We must light the flame to dispel the darkness of our past. The eternal flame of democracy that we are lighting today must never blow out, but forever cast light on our nation."
That's the dream route.
Traveling a circular route, and we will be crisscrossing the city from Gandhi Square to the Carlton Centre, from the Apartheid Museum to the mining district, and from Newtown to Constitution bus stops along the way. And your ticket is valid for the entire day. So hop off if you want to spend some time at any of them. Check your timetable for later bus departure times, and don't forget to keep your ticket and red earphones. You will need them when you hop back on. Let's go.
It probably doesn't mean what you think. Shame is one of those South African words that can mean different things depending on the context and who's talking. It could mean they like you, or they feel bad for you. They find something adorable, or they're just filling a gap in the conversation. It can get very confusing. Shame.
Oh, there's the old ESCOM building. I think I see that.
Dark clouds build up in the afternoons, lightning crisscrosses the gloomy pre-dusk dark, and before you know it, you can't see or hear because of the tons of water pouring out of the heavens and the barreling thunder. On your left, you can see the main entrance of Johannesburg's Park Station, the huge transport center for the trains, buses, and taxis that link the city. It is the main terminus for thousands who travel by train from Soweto every day. Park Station is a fast-paced, bustling station that brings together two contrasting faces of Johannesburg. On the one hand, there is the sleek and modern first-world infrastructure of the Gautrain, and right next door are the much less glamorous commuter trains that bring the working class into the city. But Park Station is also where trains from all over the country and the rest of Africa arrive. And
this is the Department of Home Affairs. Today, foreign nationals from across Africa come to get their work permits here. This allows them to find legal employment in South Africa. The migration process is nothing new. People have been coming to Joburg since its very early days, all seeking a better life. This latest wave of immigrants often have to stand in line for hours or even days before they can get their papers in order. It was from here that the notorious dompas or pass books were issued for the Johannesburg area. If you were a black person during those days, your whole economic life was controlled by this office. If you could get a pass, this meant you could work in the city, then a designated white area. Your pass entitled you to temporary residential status. If you were caught without a pass by the economically barren rural homelands areas designated for blacks, Joburg City Hall, currently the home of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature. The Grand Central Auditorium with its massive pipe organ is one of the largest in the Southern Hemisphere. This was once the headquarters of Eastern Income, an important firm of financiers which helped fund the city's gold mining industry. The company was so important that the first stock exchange was established right across the road. In recent days, the small stock exchange also employed traders and conducted business in the street. We are now in the heart of the old city. This area of the CBD is where all the gold mining magnates had their offices, and even though the occupants have changed, you can still see lots of impressive old buildings with elaborate information signs. Getting stuck in traffic is part of the real Joburg experience.
Rafferty Airport is one of the busiest intersections in the Southern Hemisphere. To try and keep up with the traffic, authorities have improved and widened the 80-kilometer ring road that circles the city.
Passing an old mine headgear. Johannesburg is the city of gold, but that was imported from a platinum mine to tell the story that South Africa is a country of varied mineral wealth. Base and moved to nearby Diagonal Street, and then north to Soweto. Hop off at our next stop for Hollard Street, the heart of the mining district, where you will find many works of art and small press used for crushing rock. The walk isn't long, but it's very interesting. Check your brochure for details and bus pickup times.
Even 30 years ago, there was nothing here. Imagine. Just some high grassland and a few trees. It was only after gold was discovered in 1886 that a dusty tin town sprung up right here in what is now the inner city. Since those days, Joburg has boomed, becoming the largest city in South Africa and the wealthiest in Africa. From its beginnings, this was a city driven by dreams, money, and commerce.
2 blocks ahead of us is Gandhi Square, named after Mohandas Gandhi, the great Mahatma who won independence for India from Britain in 1947. Did you know that this world-famous man spent 21 years in South Africa? From 1893 to 1914. In that time, he changed South Africa as much as South Africa changed him. In fact, when he first arrived in Durban as a young lawyer, he was not very political at all. These humiliating incidents were a turning point for Gandhi, which is why he took up the struggle against the persecution of non-whites. To honor Gandhi's time in the city, there is a statue of the great man, dressed in flowing lawyer's robes, at the far end of the square that was named in his honor. The Carlton is Africa's first genuine skyscraper and a tall symbol of Joburg's ambitions. Opened in 1973 and standing 50 stories high, the Carlton Center is still the highest building in Africa. The Carlton Center and the 600-room Carlton Hotel remains the premier hotel in Joburg. Unfortunately, despite hosting famous guests like Shaggy, Houston, Thatcher, and Hillary Clinton, the Carlton Hotel closed down in 1997. But the town operates on linked to the South African Tax Collection Agency.
Fella, and I wanna be like you. You fought the war of pieces.
It turned out that there was gold on the farm, and George Harrison was granted the valuable discoveries claim, which he probably sold for £10. Harrison then disappeared into the wilderness and was never heard from again. In any event, news of the find spread like wildfire, and diggers were willing to be rewarded. Soon, there were hundreds of men running around one another trying to get information. The first thing they had to do was establish a town where all the new diggers could pitch their tents. Strange historical mysteries. We still aren't sure which Johann the new settlement was named after. Johann Rissik, Johann Joubert, or Johannes Meyer. This meant that the gold near the surface was so mined and deep shafts had to be dug to keep up with the thin wall of rock. That's why the deepest mine in the world is now located about 80 kilometers southwest of Joburg, with a shaft that goes down nearly 4 kilometers. The gold in the Witwatersrand reef is low grade. This means that tons of rock have to be excavated and processed to extract the gold. All this deep digging and processing of gold costs a lot of money and thousands of laborers. In other words, you need a big capital investment. Individual miners were pushed out of the water, and big gold mining companies were set up, funded by wealthy overseas financiers. This was known
Scrappy grasses. man-made hills built from all the crushed ore and other waste material left over from the gold extraction process. In the earlier days, before grasses were grown on the dumps, the fine, yellow sand was often blown around by the wind, making life in the city centre very unpleasant nearby. With several auctions a day, the market handles around 300 million flower stems a year, sourced from over 600 flower growers. Close to Multiflora is the Joburg market, the largest fresh produce market in Africa, the best place in the city to buy fruit and veg in London.
We are about to step in the Johannesburg Museum of Transport, which houses the largest collection of land transport in South Africa. Check out Joburg's transport history over the last 100 years. There are a range of rare vehicles, animal-drawn cars, steam engines, bicycles, motorbikes, buses, trams, fire engines, and motorcars. Refer to your timetable for opening and closing times and see what time the next city sightseeing bus will be by to pick you up. Casinos were banned and horse racing was the only legal form of gambling. These were the glory days for the course, and race days were exciting and glamorous affairs that attracted punters from all over the city.
Daisy was born in Grahamstown, and she studied as a nurse before falling in love with a gentleman named Bert Fuller. Sadly, Bert caught black water fever and died on the very day they were to be married. It was an ominous omen of things to come. 18 months later, Daisy married William Cow, a plumber in Johannesburg. Life was not kind to the couple. They had 5 children, but only one, Rowan Cecil, survived from infancy. Then, after 14 years of marriage, William became very ill after taking some Epsom salts. His condition deteriorated rapidly as he screamed in pain, turned blue, and started foaming at the mouth. After a painful death, he was not to William died of a cerebral hemorrhage, and the widow inherited £1,800. At least my money in the courts were done. 3 years later, Daisy married another man named Robert Scott. Just a few months after their wedding, Scott also became very ill. Only to realize it 4 years later, after drinking some beer in the company of his wife and stepson. The death was again peaceful Daisy made some other couple plans before marrying yet another couple, Sydney to Melbourne. But this time it was her son Rose, who became sick after drinking a thermos made by his mother. His death was attributed to cerebral malaria. But this time, the relatives of grown suspicious and convinced the authorities to exhume the bodies of Daisy's 2 dead husbands and son. Autopsies soon revealed all 3 men had been poisoned with arsenic or strychnine. Daisy was arrested, and the case made headline news around the country. That was when a pharmacist from Johannesburg recognized Daisy as a former customer who had purchased a large amount of arsenic shortly before the death of her son. If you were interested